Since the show is Japan as Inspiration, what I'd really like to talk about is why Japan is inspiration for me. So, shall I do that? We moved to Japan for about 4.5 years when I was almost 14. And that was where I was saying my whole family loved Japan. We really loved it. I think my dad extended for about 1.5 years. He was very involved in photography. And you can see that picture of my daughter when she was 3. He was the only foreigner in a Japanese camera club. Couldn't speak Japanese, but talked with hand gestures. It was hilarious. And my mom participated in on the base, all the different aspects of activities. She used to do Japanese doll making. She learned how to use a Japanese knitting machine. And my sister and I, we just had a great time. We just loved it. So my bridge into art, having not done anything before, was first the flower arranging. Then I got into pottery for 30 years. And then during that time, I joined the Long Island Craft Guild, which is a wonderful group of people, fine craft artists. And through the guild, I got into paper. I had a mentor that was like 92 years old, taught me how to make paper, how to make books, how to make collage. She used to give me her old prints and say, "Here, tear this up and make a collage." And so that's what I've been doing. So this is a set of collages I did in 2024. I called it my year of yes. I just said yes to everything. So I did a collage a day for a year, mini collage a day for a year. And part of that time, I spent a month and 6 weeks in Japan. And I used a lot of materials that I found while I was there. You can see some Asian, this came off a poster, a Godzilla poster that I thought was pretty hilarious. This is a piece I did recently for a show about spring. I used Japanese origami paper, and I used a concept called notan. I really had to work hard to think about how these pieces get cut out and flipped, and you can see, you cut out a piece, you flip it. This piece here goes into that dark spot there. So that's how it went. And then I turned it into a paper quilt with beading, hand beading. Just put sort of tied together on the back, like in the quilt tradition of tying quilts instead of. It's nine collage panels. I'll do this, and it's all hand beaded. And the buttons are all sewn on. So and I try to follow quilt tradition. Well, about 10 years ago, I was at a craft store, and I saw this pair of earrings made by this guy that I really loved. And I said, I wonder if I could make that in paper. And that was when I said, I'm going to try this. And I started making these paper earrings out of all different bits and pieces of stuff, credit cards, wrapping paper, a million different things. And she was standing next to this woman who was wearing my earrings. And Judy was wearing my earrings. And she said, "Those are Nancy Yoshii's earrings." "Yes, they are." "Yes, they are." It was so funny. And it's happened a couple of times where people have, said, "I know those earrings."